turning waste into compost. Look at this beautiful, rich, living, organic compost. And this was not bought at the shops. Actually, all of this was from my home, and this is what it's turned into. It's absolutely free. And this is from my chicken manure, my rabbit manure, straw from their beddings. It is from leaves, grass clippings, any broken down materials. All of this is things that I've thrown away around my garden and in my kitchen, and in return we have this beautiful compost. So as you guys know, everything has gone up. Food, materials, everything. And so I can't afford to go out there and buy packets of compost to fill 13 raised beds, and that's not even including my fruit pots that actually need to be topped up. So we make our own compost at home, and right now we are busy turning our compost bay, and all these leaves that have been sitting throughout winter, we've now gathered it. It is all going into the compost bin, where it will sit throughout the rest of winter into spring, and then hopefully summer there's a little bit of compost, and the cycle just carries on. But the compost that we've just dug out is so dark and rich, and it is absolutely amazing. So we are just busy taking all the good soil out from the compost bin, and this has been sitting there for a few months now during summer and winter. And what we do is that we go right to the bottom, we take all the good compost, and then we put all our greens and leaves and all the other stuff to the bottom. Okay, so this is what we're busy doing. You can see that we are just filling this up again because this hasn't broken down, and we've just turned it. And then when this is bay 1, bay 2 is going to get sorted out now, and this is all the beautiful compost that he's busy turning, and then this will be dumped into bay number 2 when he's taken all the other compost out. But we might get about 2 bags of pure compost out of the bins, and that is awesome because I need to go and fill up the raised beds. I'll take you around quickly and show you all the compost methods that I use. The 3-bay compost bin is my main one, where all of the beddings of the animals go into. And because we've run out of space, I've gone and tried to use different methods. Okay, so this is just a quick video of an update on the compost bins. So in a previous video, go and watch it. I show you so many different ways you can compost at home with a very small space. If you don't have any space, there is a way. And if you've got a little bit of a space like a patio, there's a way to compost that way. If you've got a little garden, there's a way to compost that way. So I have my main one on the side of the house. Compost bin there is a 3-bay compost. Unfortunately, we don't use it like a 3-bay compost because there's just so much materials that we've actually filled the bin up with. But it's getting turned now, and the soil and the compost in that bin is absolutely beautiful. I've never seen such rich compost, and that's just been sitting. So the longer it sits, the better it will get. It will break down if you don't turn it. It just takes longer, but because it's been sitting for quite a while, I would say probably six months now, it is absolutely golden. But I just want to show you the other methods. So I have 2 raised beds here, and my winter garden that I started, I didn't need all of the beds, and nasturtiums got taken out by the cold front frost that we had last week. So that is why this bed looks empty, but there will be new crops. I'm going to fill these beds up now with my homemade compost, but we didn't need these 2 raised beds. So what I did, instead of it just sitting empty, I took all the soil out, filled up these raised beds, and then I decided I'm going to throw leaves and all the materials in there to break down, so that by the end of winter I have more compost in these bays. The only thing is that it has to be turned often in order for it to break down faster. It can't just sit like this. So that's what I've been doing. I've just filled it up with some more greens, and I'm going to just mix it with whatever is under there, and that will slowly break down, and then I'll give it a water later on. That is one method that we do here at the homestead. I've just started this one this year. Then if I go here, we've got the air bin, and that is starting to break down. It's starting to heat up, and it's about that full right now. It just keeps on dropping because it is starting to turn into compost. So the more material I put in there, the more the bottom drops, and so on the cycle goes. And then on this side, if I can see, there's 2 bins there that also have some compost. I actually need to take that out today, and that is just a few ways you can actually compost at home. You can start in your kitchen, but my main focus that I actually wanted to speak to you guys about today was what we are actually doing, which is taking the compost out from the main compost bin, the 3-bay compost bin, and just showing you how beautiful it is. Absolutely rich, dark, and I'm absolutely proud of it. Okay, so that is everything that needs to go back to the bottom. This is everything we have taken out so far. Look how gorgeous rich this is. There's worms in it. We'll just take things out like stones and anything else, but we'll break that smaller. And we're just making sure they're nice and small. Got 3 huge bags full of beautiful compost, and that's all from the materials breaking down in our compost bin. If I come over here, look how beautiful that is. So that goes all the way down to the ground, and we've got pallets that make the walls, and all of this is still compost, and that's just going to get moved into these bags, and then all the bigger pieces will get chucked back to the bottom. And we still got some grass clippings and some leaves and some straw, and we'll just mix it up together, and that will just lie for the whole of spring, summer, probably winter as well. So this lasts for about between 3 to 6 to even sometimes 8 months, depending on when we turn. But last time we turned this was 6 months ago, and we managed to get some bags of compost. 6 months later, we've got another 3 bags of compost. Look at this rich, organic, homemade compost. So remember, don't go and throw away any of your kitchen scraps or any leaves and grass clippings from your own garden. Rather create a nice little compost bin where you can go and create your own living, organic, rich compost that you can put back into your own garden. And go to the link in my bio where you can go and download your free ebook showing you and explaining to you exactly how to get your own compost bin started. And if you're not really sure and you want to see it for yourself, go check this video out where you'll be able to go and see the different ways of composting, and you can choose one and get started today. So I'll see you in that video.